Welcome to day 231 of our DeSo journey, sponsored by CryPT0DROIDS. Oh, look who's
And
here with us today. Lane Digital Art from CryPT0DROIDS. How's it going, Lane?
it's going pretty good, guys. Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, we always see you in clubhouse rooms. We've been following the CryPT0DROID project, and then you ended up sponsoring us. We were going to have you on before you sponsored us, but it just so happened that you also won the auction. So it's great to have you here. We're going to just discuss some of the news, not too much of it yet this today and yesterday, but after that, we'll get talking about what you're doing.
Sounds great.
Yeah, so Tyne has kind of been tracking some of the referrals being brought onto DeSo. And yesterday we talked about how High Key had brought a ton of, I think it was like 52 or something referrals on board because of the Floyd Mayweather Instagram story. They used their link in that story. And over the last 24 hours, High Key had another 47 referrals. So it does look like that Instagram story is performing a lot better than Floyd Mayweather's Twitter post. So, I mean, for those who are interested in marketing and, advertising a referral link, Instagram stories seem to be a better way to go than Twitter. But
Yeah,
yes,
I was just gonna say, I think the video format on Instagram, it just reaches a lot more people. People are more likely to listen to what he has to say rather than a text post that might get kind of overlooked. So I definitely think that if you're looking to advertise at all and advertise your referral link at all, obviously Instagram's probably the better bet than Twitter.
yeah, and over the last 7 days, they had 135 referrals. So probably the vast majority of those came from the Floyd Mayweather post. I mean, 135, and how many? He has like what, 20 million followers or something on Instagram. So, 135 out of 20 isn't really too good, I wouldn't say. I mean, I think you want to see better results than that. The video, I wasn't a big fan of the video. I thought it sounded too scripted. I think I think they could have made a better video to advertise DeSo. It worked though to some degree. So I think we're, as a community, we're gonna learn what works and what doesn't when it comes to trying to market DeSo on other platforms.
Yeah, and I just want to say, like, mad props to High Key for doing this. Nobody else is reaching out to celebrities as much as they are. I mean, not even close. So great job, guys. We actually tried advertising on Facebook a little bit, and the results weren't that bad. You just got to come up with a right phrasing and target the right niches, and it was profitable. And we might actually kind of scale it, but we're just trying to wait and see what the best method would be.
Yeah, it was a little hard to track because we were also posting our referral links on these videos on YouTube. So what to try maybe using some pixels in the ad or something where we can track it better. But Tyne, I mean, I feel like these videos are about Tyne every single day because he's like doing so much on the platform and providing so many statistics on the platform. But he also noticed, and he graphed it out. If you check out Tyne's profile, that the length of posts on DeSo are up significantly since October 20th. I don't know why. Tyne doesn't really know why. He kind of joked and said maybe it's the Sandy effect because
Sandy
of
Rose.
Sandy Rose, and she makes those super long posts. Maybe it's all Sandy Rose's posts that are causing it to go up. I don't know. But I think it's interesting. I think it's a good thing. I think it's, if people are putting more text in their posts, it means they're taking more time to post. So I think that's all good.
Yeah, and I think we can turn things over to Lane now, who has a DeSo hat and a Jim Beam shirt. I think that's like the perfect combination. Drinking drinking some whiskey and DeSoing. So
Yeah.
yeah, so you are the one behind Crypto Droids. It's an NFT series. It's the first non-generative NFT series on DeSo, I believe. Tell us about it. Tell us what you're doing and the future of where it's headed.
Yeah, so Crypto Droids started, um, well, so the new version of Crypto Droids started just recently, I'd say about 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago maybe. The original Crypto Droids started when NFTs first hit, DeSo, and they they sold for a lot more money than I ever intended for them to sell for, but it wasn't sustainable for the marketplace. You know, in the beginning there was a lot of hype. There were some big names, you know, dropping decent amount of money on droids and other projects, you know, like Illuminati back in the day. You know, they were selling for, you know, 20 DeSo, 30 DeSo. Just wasn't sustainable back then. And the crypto droids kind of fell into that category, and then they lost the hype, and then it kind of fizzled out. So I restarted crypto droids and set the minimum to 2 DeSo, or maximum to 2 DeSo. First bid accept, and we've done 2 drops so far, or I've done 2 drops so far, and they've sold out successfully within, you know, 30 minutes or so. So that's kind of where I've kind of kept it, you know. Originally, I was going to drop crypto droids on ETH on OpenSea. But with the NFTs dropping on DeSo, I was like, you know what, I'm going to do the collectible project on here, and I'm pretty happy that crypto droids lives on DeSo, and it's been pretty successful so far.
Yeah, I actually remember like when you joined DeSo, and we were in a Clubhouse room, and that's probably around when you joined. I met you on Clubhouse, and you were like one of these like pretty successful artists from Ethereum that were just finding out about the DeSo NFTs and the DeSo blockchain, and you took that leap of faith, knowing that you already had this established market on Ethereum, and you're already earning a substantial amount of Ethereum selling your NFTs. But you came over anyway, and you were one of the probably premier artists to start out on DeSo at the time. So like, can you talk a little bit about like what made you jump over? You obviously gave up some revenue at the time. You obviously are giving up some revenue to stay on DeSo. Like, can you just talk about what's going through your head?
Yeah, so Cody Maxwell actually onboarded me onto BitClout back then. I really didn't know what it was or what it was about. I heard all the speculations in the ETH rooms and stuff. I've been selling art for over a year now in the crypto art space. I do my best on Super Rare, and I still continue to sell artworks on Super Rare and on DeSo. So it's, you know, it's just 2 different kind of pricings and stuff like that, but it's okay. I work with the community on BitClout for that. So I used BitClout back then, and you want me to say DeSo now, I guess, but for like another place for me to advertise my work, just to like hit a different demographic that I wasn't maybe hitting on Twitter or whatever. And then I like that, you know, BitClout, the whole community is just there. Like, you make a post, the whole community's right there to see it all. I don't know necessarily if they can afford it, you know, my artwork or not on ETH, but it didn't really matter to me. I've been on BitClout now, or DeSo, for I think 190 days or 191 days total. So, you know, I don't make as much as I make on ETH on DeSo, but the quality is still there. I can't figure out a way, like, I would never like make something less quality for less the price on DeSo that I'd
Let's
put
make
on
a crappy
something.
series.
Yeah.
Let's make this as crappy as
so if you can make more selling them on like an OpenSea or Super Rare, why do you list them on DeSo?
Because I've been here so long, and like I love the community on DeSo. Like, there's some weird shit on here, yeah, but there's weird shit everywhere.
Yeah.
And I think like being a part of the community, like in Tampa, like inspired me so much more. Like, there's so many intelligent people in this community, and you really can't even figure that out just being on Clubhouse or being on the blockchain on DeSo. Like, you have to, once you meet some of these people, like, I don't know, man, I just fell in love. More so in Tampa, but you know, I like everybody here for the most part, and it's fun, you know, hanging out in these clubhouse. I mean, I'm in clubhouse rooms well into like 4 o'clock in the morning with some of these people, It's just my life. I sell my stuff on ETH, but I sell my stuff over here too, and it works.
Yeah,
Well, I think there's like a,
I was just gonna say, I think DeSo provides another platform, especially for artists who haven't been able to make it as big as you did on Ethereum. I think it provides a platform where they can kind of get involved in the community, and then once they start minting NFTs after they've become involved, they have a better chance at success than they would on other platforms.
Yeah, I mean that's like the hardest thing for ETH. Like you have all these platforms, the known origins, the super rares, the Rarible, the OpenSea, but you don't have a direct connection with the collector. You have to
yeah,
like find these people, track like when I receive bids on super rare, I don't know who those people are. I have no idea. And then you have to try and find them on Twitter, and if they don't have the same username, you're lost. Like you don't
exactly.
know. So you
It,
don't know
it,
what they're thinking. You don't know what their bid strategy is. You don't know if they're just trying to pump your work up. You don't know anything. But here, you can just reach out, or you already know them. Like
well,
if you spend enough time in the DeSo community, you get to know people.
that whole social layer and the social aspects of it, I think it's just incredible because artists can get immediate feedback from the community. They can see what people are saying about the piece they just minted. And I think that's what's going to kind of drive the DeSo NFT ecosystem forward is that you have these social aspects to it. And you know that they're onto something because Coinbase is trying to do the same thing. They're trying to build into social aspects into their marketplace that they're launching. So yeah, I totally agree. But let's shift gears and head back to CryptoDroids because you're really doing some innovative things with it. Talk about like what you're doing with the battles on Discord. I guess your airdrops and what we can expect in the future with CryptoDroids.
All right, so with CryptoDroids, within the next 24 hours to 48 hours, I'm going to start sending out airdrops of spaceships, which will add like health bonuses or attack bonuses to your CryptoDroids. If you're an owner of a CryptoDroid, you might want to check your collection because those are going to be happening soon. So CryptoDroids in like my I guess long term, I want them to be wearable technology. So I want them to be like suits in the metaverse. So we don't have a metaverse on DeSo. We don't.
Not
So
yet.
like my future vision is why are we going to Clubhouse? To have all these drop rooms and talk and stuff when we should be able to just log into DeSo and be like check our feeds and then click DeSo World or something, throw on your VR headset, and you should be able to run through the city of DeSo, like have art galleries, have shops, all of these like ideas on BitClout, all these people who have businesses, they should be able to live and exist in a world. That's the vision for CryptoDroids. Like I want to build that. Like
That's
all
awesome.
them, I buy NFTs with the CryptoDroids, proceeds, but also that's just to support the community. But also I want to use that to spend on developers to develop something like this. And I have money outside too that wants to come in on it, but I need developers to do it. So that's like a huge thing for me. That's always been the plan for CryptoDroids. I want you to be able to wear those suits that you're buying and hang out with your friends or, beat up on your friend or whatever. The Discord Battle Zone, that's going to be a game that I'm going to set up. It's not going to be as cool as like beating up on your friend in the metaverse, but it's going to, bide me some time to figure out how to get the metaverse going because that's going to happen someday. It's a long-term plan, and CryptoDroids is long-term. Yes, there's only like 8 drops left that's visible to you guys, but I want this to be long term. I want it to be a brand of DeSo. I want there to be a game element. I want there to be wearable. I want you to be able to walk into the metaverse, throw your VR goggles on, go into the CryptoDroid store and be like, I need that turret right there. It matches my suit, and you can put it on your suit. Like I want that to happen. That's like the ultimate goal and ultimate future for CryptoDroids.
That is the future. I think that's the future for a lot of NFTs, and I'm seeing more and more NFT artists taking that in mind when they're creating their artwork. They're taking the future metaverse in mind and thinking, how can this work in the metaverse? And
Mm.
we see Facebook is going heavily in that direction, but in my mind, a centralized metaverse is not really a metaverse. Like I think it needs to be decentralized. And I think eventually somebody's going to build a metaverse on DeSo. And even if it's not built on DeSo, at least DeSo can be the social layer of a different metaverse that's built elsewhere.
Yeah, I want to build it on DeSo. I just, I
Go
don't have to
for
be
it.
the first, but I'm gonna try to be the best. I think that it can happen. I know that there's some special like technical shit that has to happen first, but I'll wait until it's there, or one day if I ever have a talk with uh, Natter himself or any of the core team, I, I'm here. I got investors behind me to do this. That's separate from DeSo, but I know the community would love to have something like that. We've talked about it so many times before. I just hate to make something on another. I don't want to go to ETH to do this. I could, but I
Right.
don't. I don't want. It's DeSo. I want it on DeSo.
Yeah.
I feel like that just makes sense.
Natter, if you're listening, contact Lane.
He wants to build a metaverse for DeSo.
I want to build the world.
I think everybody on DeSo wants to see a metaverse be built on it, whether you're into like that whole idea of metaverse or not. I think it's just going to be healthy for the platform. I think, if you could get something started, I can't see why, such a huge portion of the community wouldn't want to invest in that.
Well,
Yeah.
and like what Natter said yesterday in his post or the day before about finite blockchains and infinite blockchains. Ethereum's a finite blockchain, so it would be actually harder to do something like that on Ethereum,
It's
whereas
expensive.
we are, yeah, exactly. We're an
You know how
infinite
much it
blockchain.
costs? Do you know how much it costs for a spot of land on like crypto voxels or Somnium space?
It's crazy. I don't know the exact amount. How
It's
much?
$18,000.
It's crazy.
$18,000
Nuts.
just for a little space.
Yeah,
No,
see, that's crazy. That
that's
it's like
crazy.
prohibited to so many people.
Yeah,
So yeah,
you gotta be like a ETH Top Shot, to just throw away 18,000 on a little piece of land. No,
crazy.
shouldn't be like that.
Well,
Um,
I think we've had a great conversation, and the crypto droids are amazing. I was just checking them out yesterday, and I was checking them out a little bit more before the show, and the artwork is just phenomenal. And I think everybody, if you haven't checked out the crypto droids yet, you must do so. And if you haven't checked out Lane Digital Art on DeSo, you should do so as well, because he has his own personal art there as well. So thanks again, Lane. It was great having you on the show, and thanks again for the sponsorship.
yeah, no problem. Thank you for having me on here, and I look forward to sponsoring you the next couple days.